So the brand new update came out for the skilling perks, and I am paying the most I'll ever pay in my life, 19K for a carved oak table. Like it's a oak table, unbelievable. A mahogany dress, fancy dress box, 18K. This is 7-ish K. Like this is insane. But you know what that means though? There is a happy skiller somewhere. And I think that is probably one of the most important things, right? Because a lot of people complain that PVM is way too expensive. Like it's way too good for what you actually end up getting. The reason why I'm doing these though is because I need offset components. Perfect. We need offset components to make the very last thing for getting comp cape back, because it's Monday, baby. When Monday happens, you lose comp cape. Update day is infamous for that. And to be honest, I probably bought way too many flat packs to get freaking. I only need 10 components, and I got 2 off the rip, like 4 off the rip. Okay, yeah, we got definitely more than enough. So I think I'm gonna keep these though. I'll keep these over exaggerated priced stupid tables, and then I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get comp back real quick over in Falador, and then I gotta get the rod though. The rod's in the bank. Oh, there it is. There it is. And these are some of the new skilling stuff, like this mushroom bag, these curved rune essence things. I don't need any more new items, dude. Look at my bank space. 1406. Absolutely no room in this bank anymore. Wait. Oh, I accidentally equipped it. You can't equip them, or else the quest lady won't take them. Okay, that's fine. I think I don't need to give her this one. I need to give her a crystal binding rod. That's perfectly fine. The one thing I don't know though is if these rods and stuff, if they disappear, I think you have to keep building new ones. Oh no, it's item XP. It's item level. But I really enjoy these Monday updates because it's nice to see stuff come into the game. I like losing the comp cape. It's really, really fun. Even though like I'll never interact with this type of content again, it's very, very unlikely. I gotta make a brand new one. Oh, I'll never interact with this content ever again. Like very, very unlikely. I'm almost 120 all, and I think a lot of them was what? It was thieving, woodcutting. No, there's no divination thing. Rune crafting. I'm kind of set on making the magic staves. So I can't really see myself running runes to use a new skilling thing. But like nonetheless though, it is super good to see a brand new item coming into the game. It's solid. Makes you really happy to see this new stuff. Like skilling main hands is pretty sick. And something I really like about these updates, at least like every single Monday, I really love looking forward to seeing what like the patch notes say, everything that the game is coming up with. It's always really fun just to log in and see the new patch notes. Not gonna lie though, a lot of times it can be kind of disappointing because some of the stuff just really isn't really useful or useful towards me. But when those things are used though, it is amazing. I remember seeing the brand new combat items coming into the game, and it was really, really cool. New, like when they did the combat update and they re-upped everything. Oh, there we go, baby. Got comp cape back. I actually quite like this construction cape though. Like the construction cape goes pretty fire. Like kind of there's a nice little contrast with the Shadow Malevolent. I kind of like it, but it must be replaced. But I really, really do enjoy seeing the updates that come into the game because it's one of those things that is like ritual for me at this point. I remember being in high school. And like looking at like as soon as I came home from work, like, as soon as I came home from school or practice or something or whatever, coming home, and like usually the launch time was at like 3 p.m. right when you get home, and it would be one of the greatest things. You just come home and see what the game has to offer every single week. And RuneScape has kept that pattern for the most part. They kind of fell off the wagon not too long ago, maybe like a year ago. Well, they fell off the wagon and they weren't really updating the game as much. But I'd say that has changed a lot. Gotten a lot more transparency with roadmaps. Gotten a lot more communication from devs. Being a part of the creator program has been a really, really cool thing because I get to have interesting conversations with like devs and people who make the game and other creators who are in this space in like different dynamic ways. There's a lot of stuff that goes into like actually going into the game. Now I'm only looking into a tiny window, a tiny office, but being able to see into that office at all, because I obviously do this, make videos for YouTube, is really, really cool, and just really enhances to see like what goes on during like part of the development process and like everything else. Because as a creator, all we get to do is just like ask JMods questions sometimes. That's really it. That's the biggest part, being able to ask people JMods questions, being able to provide feedback and stuff like that. And honestly, like if you guys give direct feedback to me or give direct feedback to any other creator, mind you, don't harass people, just be like, hey, got a question. Maybe you could help me out. That's probably your best way to get a response from someone. Don't finagle and whatever. But it is really, really cool to see the thought process. And honestly, RuneFest was a huge part of that too. Because when you go to RuneFest, like they talk about so many things coming up. I remember one of my favorite things at RuneFest was I met Mod JT. He's the guy who's been pretty much behind, I believe, making Seryu and making the Leviathan inside of it says Shadow Reef, and he's also worked on like Diablo 4 and made characters for them and everything. He was actually spearheading that character avatar rework that everybody was looking forward to, myself heavily looking forward to. I was so sad to hear that I think that's scrapped. And when apparently it's just like, and being able to speak to him about like how the overall process is for like, hey, what's it like working for Jagex, and what's it like being able to create things, because you are like the guy that's designing, because he was over there like in the, I guess like whatever 3D model thing that people use to like sculpt characters. He had like a pen and a tablet in front of him, and he was just out here fucking messing with the character model, and it would adjust, and he could scrape he scraped like a whole layer of the character, and I was like, that is kind of. And so it was cool to see that. And I asked him like, what is it like working for Jagex? And he was very transparent. He was like, I liked working for Jagex more than I liked working for Blizzard. This isn't like verbatim, but he liked working for Jagex a little bit more for the creative freedom that he had, because he could go straight to like the director for like input, or he would be able to provide his input directly to his director, because the team is smaller than a big team over at Diablo, which had like fit like a ton of digital artists as compared to just having this one digital artist. And it was very cool to see like his thought process when it came to like creating characters, and he felt like he was able to just like provide an input and directly impact how a character was meant to be seen, or an NPC was supposed to be seen. And knowing that like these are the people that are making these types of updates, because a lot of people give this game a lot of crap when it comes to like the actual development of it. But I think that one of the things people really got to keep in mind, that the developers love doing their jobs. When you let developers do what they want to do and like make the game better and yada yada yada, they will make the game better, because they just want to make games. That's why they went to school, that's why they're here, you know what I mean? But you know who's actually kind of fucking things up? Typically the suits, or the stock investors, or anybody else that needs to see that bottom dollar go up, you know? So a lot of the updates over the years have a lot of those have changed. A lot of it has been, unfortunately, a lot of it's MTX related. But when I'd say like the update cycle is supposed to be like every single week of the month, but usually only 2 updates in the month are actual updates. You know what I mean? A lot of them, like usually like 2 of them end up being heavily patch noted. The other 2 end up being actual updates. Today was one of those actual updates where we got brand new skilling perks and main hands and stuff like that, which is really cool. I think they're trying to shift the game into a more skilling focused, which I think is fantastic. Support all parts of the economy. Huge thing they didn't go through with those nerfs is, as we know, with like the health update, when they tried to like nerf all the boss drops and buff all the skilling stuff, but you still got MTX in the game, so that's not really going to do all that. But seeing an update every single week is always really something I look forward to, and I love being able to just go through everything, and I really do enjoy it. It's one of my favorite things to do, especially when I lose Comp Cape, because when I lose Comp Cape, I know there's an actual substance to an update somewhere, and it's awesome. Even if it's something small, just like doing this little mini quest and unlocking these things, or yada yada yada, it's really cool. I think they kind of twinkle those things in there to keep people that people keep those Comp Capes, to be honest. And if you're looking at Comp Cape now, like if you're going through that giant checklist of achievements you gotta go through, dude, hey, good luck to you, because that's a lot of stuff you gotta go through, man.